Deer Park, Atlanta, Georgia, where our glaze kilns are ready to unload for our student art show. So I thought I would hop on and unload some here with y'all. From a beginner student. Also, this is a hand-built piece. We have just launched 4-week hand-building classes, 4-week wheel throwing classes. But I don't think that everyone knows what hand-building is. This is hand-built, cute little butter dish lid with a strawberry sculpted on top. You can see the bottom. This is also hand-building. Our 8-week classes start next week. So we're in week 8 of our current 8-week classes, which last week was glaze week. Everything got glazed, now everything's getting unloaded. And this week, for preparation of the art show, we'll sand, we'll photograph. So we're rounding out this current 8 weeks, gearing up for the next 8 weeks. And again, we've got a new 4-week class option where you might not be ready to commit fully to the 8-week class, but you want to get your hands in play, you want to get creative, you want to see what the hype's all about, because who doesn't love clay? Everybody loves clay. And those 4-week options are a great way to get a little more in depth than the one-time workshops. The one-time workshops are really great for like a fun date night. Ooh, cute, look at this. Look at that, very bold. This is wheel thrown and hand built. This little part is hand built onto the wheel thrown bowl. Cute. Ooh, another cute one. Little two-toned face. Ooh, cute. Underglaze. So our one-time workshops are great. You can wheel throw, you can hand build. But our 4-week classes will allow you the opportunity to also underglaze, trim, which we don't get time to do. Look at that one. Ooh, look at that one. Kiln unloading. This is the most exciting part. Okay. Work on tapping these lids apart. This one I have shaped lidded form. How cute is that? Wheel thrown. Let's see what else we got. Okay, cute. Little two-toned cups. Back here. Oh, cute. Little bud vase. More. Ooh, those mugs, planters. Exciting, exciting. More that go in this set. See how they're all a set? Love that. At the art show, everybody will pick their body of work 3 pieces to showcase what they've been working on. I don't know if y'all remember Derek from before. He had made a bunch of cockroaches. He made one more cockroach this time. A little spoon rest. That's to make an ornament. This is also hand building. If you're like, what is hand building? Which I'm surprised that so many people are curious, what is hand building? Everyone knows about the wheel, throwing on the wheel. And hand building is the other method of creating clay. You throw on the wheel, but hand building is when you coil, you slab build, you pinch, and you can really make whatever you want when you hand build. When you throw on the wheel, everything's pretty much round. And these are cookies. These are little fire pieces of clay with kiln wash painted on them, so that if the glaze runs, they will run onto the cookie, not the kiln shelf, and hopefully also will pop off from the work. Ooh, look at these. Look at these. Look at this hand building. Look at that. Hand building. Hand building. charcuterie boards. So now I gotta take these cookies off. And then take out these stilts. This is how you rest another shelf on top of the stilts. So we always load by height. And take off another shelf. Ooh. Now keep in mind, most of the art pieces you're seeing being unloaded from the kiln are from students who it was maybe their first time working with clay, either in a long time or ever. And then we have a lot of repeat students who come back and they build their skills. So I teach the 8-week clay 101 and beyond, where we teach hand building and wheel throwing and glazing. And for example, this was made by an 8-week class. It's a hand built piece. Look at that will hang on the wall. So cute. Let's see. Nice little vase. Ooh, little hand painting underneath that glaze. Ooh, cute. Cute, like who doesn't need, I honestly have a stack of little mise en possibles, as I call them, because you can cook and prepare all your stuff and put them in little bowls. Ooh. I also should be using the kiln shield. This goes over top of this soft kiln brick, so as I lean in, it protects it. Look at that nice jade application. And this looks like lavender with sand and sea over top. Another butter dish with a little tomato lid. I'm live here on YouTube and on Molly Sandner Ceramic Studio Instagram, sharing these glaze results for our current 8-week students. Hey, Stroll, Chastain Park, thanks for tuning in. If you're in Atlanta, whether you've done clay or not, the art show is welcome to everybody. So as I'm unloading these pieces, the artists will come this week and they will get a chance to sand all the bottoms, photograph their work, and choose which pieces to represent them. Look at that little nice blue, hand-painted red. This red was a new glaze for us, so it's fun to see it getting tested out. Look, can you tell? See, we encourage them to do a cohesive body of work. Look at these two little sets. How cute. One's got the little garlic grater in the bottom. And because they did them all the same, and where's that other one? This one. Look, we have a nice little cohesive collection. So cute. Cannot wait for everybody to see these. Okay, we've got some honey yellow happening. Got a little ornament that was made, kind of hand painted in that texture. This jade. It's coming out nice, kind of thick though. And now we need to do another layer. So I'm going to take out these stilts, take out these cookies. If anybody has any questions, let me know, especially about our classes that are starting, not this week, but next week. And if you don't get signed up, then you got to wait for the next round of classes. And then once we get these shells, unloading another shelf. See all the cookies? That's what we fire the glaze work on. So if it runs, it will protect the piece, protect the kiln shelf. Another layer. Ooh, this model pink. It's nice. Ooh. Got, it looks like the red with lavender, perhaps. Lavender really does make some nice magic and movement. Ooh. Face here. Who's that? They didn't sign that like they're famous. I don't know who this is, but beautiful. Maybe rotate this around. Okay. Ooh, nice. And this was hand built. Believe it or not, if you're curious about hand building, this was a hand built. They make a lot of hand building templates. Go on the internet and type in whatever you want. Ooh, look at this wine chiller. Look at that, and there's like one little moment of the stamping. Beautiful. I wonder if this goes with that same collection we saw earlier. So cute. All these. Up first, maybe. Got the lavender bowl, trimmed. Guys, who's in Atlanta? We're live here on Instagram over here, YouTube over here. If you're in Atlanta, don't wait. Our classes, they sell out. Last time I had a waiting list for the length of a whole other class. So I'm trying to I actually sent those people an email to say, hey, we launched them. Classes are starting. So snag your spot. Oh, these are cute. Look. Let's see. Oh my gosh. She's stamped, I believe, the names of her nieces and nephews in cute little cups. Not cute. Woodson. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know it yet. How cute is that? So you can stamp, and really in the one-time workshops, start there. That's all you can do is start there, and you only have time for like a one-time. But the 4-week class will allow that underglazing. The 4-week class will really allow that exploration of the material. Really, it's the 8-week class. The 8-week, we hand build, we wheel throw. I truly believe, who doesn't love clay? Everybody loves clay. Everybody loves clay. You just need time to learn how to work with it. Time to learn that it's always going to teach you. Perfection is never reached. Clay is just a journey, an exploration. See these cookies? See this kiln shelf? They get stacked on these, each layer. Most fun. This is the best day to unload the glaze coat. Okay, look at these. I wonder if any of my students have chimed in because your work is in here. Look at this one. Look at this hand-built. Can you see the ginkgo image transfer on the surface, and this little moment right there on this paper towel holder? So if you sign up for the 4-week hand building class, this is something you could really make. Okay, here's another hand-built piece. Man, that lavender really runs. Beautiful glaze, but what a mess. Oh, Bridget. Oh, I'm so happy for Bridget. You know, we're always nervous firing the lid on. Look at that. So excited. Now, if you've been following on the Molly Sanderson Instagram page, I keep posting the students their work in process. So some of these you might have seen them coming to life. Now they're coming out of the kiln. Got another Bridget. Let's see. Lid's a little tight. Gonna let her pop that one off. Okay, another Bridget here. Okay, we're gonna let her pop that one off too. I'm sure they'll just pop off, but I'd rather her be the popper. Ooh, look at this. It's a watering bell, and she made her own stencil and hand painted. You just know it's good when your students inspire you. Like seeing all the work that they do, I'm like, oh, it's also good. Look at this fun handle, big, nice mug. I love that. All right, here is show-stopping piece right here. Our girl Kayla did a piece with a moving lid, moving door, and a key that will literally lock it. Right now, it's kind of needs a little tap. I'm not going to be the one to tap it, but beautiful. Look at that. Look at the detail. Look at this. Look at that. My goodness. Stunning. Ooh, look at this one. This student had never worked with clay. It's her first time. First time. Look at that. Hand building. So again, people who are like, what's hand building? This is hand building. This was hand building. This is hand building. Look at that cute palette. Okay, ooh, another hand built paper towel holder. That. This is a Hana. I don't know if Hana's out there watching, but I can recognize because we encourage everybody to do a cohesive set. She did all these polka dots with the purple splatter. Fun. You know, I see some taller ones down here. Another Kayla. I mean, look at that hand painted surface. Oh, and the lid. These gloves. Cute. Put this one down here. These are just still a little warm, but I don't need the gloves. Another Nikki, hand built. I mean, how freaking cute. How cute, hand built. Again, I'm always shocked. People sign up for the wheel throwing. If you wheel throw, great, it's so fun, and you should wheel throw. But I've kind of made it my personal mission to really showcase hand built pieces. Because people are like, hand building, what do you mean? Okay. Like this was wheel throw. Look at that, beautiful. To go along with this whole series that Kayla did. I mean, how she was a ceramics major. Okay, she is skilled. She's got this skill. These lids. Look at this design. Okay, this kiln is empty. Let's go to the next kiln. Let's move these over here. Don't know if I'll need my gloves. We definitely need the kiln shield. And I'll try to angle you guys over this way. But it's kind of nice to see it on the cart, too. Let me move you this way. If I don't make you sick, moving you around. Stick with me. How about right here? Can you see? And then YouTube will just scoot you to over, maybe just right here. Okay, here we go. Second kiln to unload. Look at this beautiful hand-built charcuterie dish. Beautiful. Another hand-built serving dish. Looks like it was dipped in white with then a lavender splatter. Look at this one. It's giving root beer with lavender. Look at that movement. This, I believe, is, shoot, I forget. I don't know if it was a sponge or an incense or, we'll have to see. Come to the art show March 1st. Oh, look at this one. Mel, I don't know if Mel is out there. Mel has worked so hard on this lamp. Look at that. Look at that. 360. It's going to be a lamp. See that? Come to the art show. See it all plugged up. Beautiful. Ooh, we got the honey yellow. And see how that same glaze makes these just a nice little set. Cohesive set. Ooh. What is this one? Jade, but jade and maybe sand and sea. See that? Beautiful. And then the two together. You see the cohesive qualities, those carvings and the glaze. Ties them together. That's what we go for at the end of our 8-week show, or our 8-week class, which we're in week 8 right now. We're prepping for our art show. Just switch this from here for now. Every 8-week class ends with an art show, a red carpet art show. We share our finished pieces. We have an artist statement. Look at this one. I don't know if you can, the camera doesn't come off as, look at that. Look at that on the inside, that little magical, melty, perfect little handle. Who doesn't want to sip from that? Cute. Ooh. Maria, I love it when you can recognize the work. Hand-built. This is a hand-built piece. Hand-built. No! Yay! No, it's perfect. Can't wait to see it in person. I can't wait for y'all to see these in person. I can't wait for you to wire it up. That is Mel tuning in, the artist who's responsible for this beautiful wheel throne combined lamp. I'll just show it one more time here for you, Mel, if you're there and can see. It's gorge. It's gorge. It looks like your holes are cleaned up too. You should put all these little holes so that the light will shine through. Which, if you don't know about clay, all those little holes are tedious because you have to clean them all up. Okay, another one that goes with that set we just saw earlier. Another one that goes with, can you see the set that this went with? It's Andrea's. She did this hand cut, literally hand cut with an X-Acto blade. The stencil used to hand paint this decoration here. So exciting. Okay, let's turn this around one more time. So we have a little more room. So before. Let's see what else we got. Cute, sweet little cups. Perfect glaze drips, didn't get stuck. Very translucent, it's giving fake chino. This is why I tell everybody to write down what they glaze, because even if I have a guess, like I'm gonna guess black with lavender moments. Man, this celadon was really a mess, but man, that came out nice. That celadon, look at how runny and moving that was, but it popped right off. That's why we use these cookies that have kiln wash, the white stuff that pops off. If the glaze happens to get stuck, it acts as a release agent. Look at this wheel thrown and altered kind of look, you know what I'm talking about. What are they called? They're the like iconic little casserole dishes. Cute, hand-built celadon tray. Love these coil handles. Another one, now we're recognizing Andrea's pieces. Look at that. Look at that, another one. That. Okay, and then we take off the stilts that let us stack another layer on. Cookies. Take off these cookies. Cookies. Take this off. Another shelf, another layer. Ooh. Ooh. Look at that one. Look at that one. So good. So good. So good. Ooh. Look at this one, the hand-painted intricacies on the spoon rest. That one. So good, Andrea. It's so good. Okay, here are Nikki did like a wind chime situation. Okay, nothing stuck. All these little pieces are going to get threaded together and become like a series of wind chimes. Ready for another level. It's a short level. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, let's come back and get this. But I need to find, maybe not this one. This one. This Nina, I don't know if Nina's out there, but we just unloaded her butter dishes where she sculpted and matched a little tomato sculpture with the tomato drawing. For the butter dish, hand building. Perfection. Perfection. Cannot wait for them to see these. Like I said, these are all the bottoms. She did a lemon and a blueberry. How freaking cute. A lemon and a blueberry. Find somewhere safe. She's got this one, which is giving the constellation olives. How freaking cute! Olives, constellation, and there's a lid. These are butter dishes. Look at this one. A pear. Look at that. I love those butter dishes so much. Me too, Mel. Look at that. Pear. So there's one sculpted in there. And we got this nice little dish. Great spoon rest. Everybody needs a spoon rest. Am I right? Okay, another layer. There's another short layer. Still over here. Shelf up. Ooh. Pull another shelf out. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Look at this planter. Look at that. Hand sculpted on top of a wheel throne. Ooh. Look at these. Underglazed, and a stamp, an underglazed stamp with, looks like some celadon on top. Ooh, this lavender really does make some nice magic. I believe this is that an Amara? Look at that. Look at this one. A great little dish to have in the kitchen. Okay. Oh, look at this cute book stand. Or was this to put their records? I think that they play records, so they made this to put their records. Alright, ooh. I see a set. Oh, Nikki. Look at those hand-built, not hand-built, wheel-thrown, hand-painted. Hand-painted. Full set. Love that pop of yellow versus, love that. Love those. Okay, this cart's pretty full. Let me get another one. Fresh cart. Here we go. Fresh cart. Ooh, this little set. Napkin holder. Little vase, if you will. Vase napkin holder. Now this one, the bottom had popped out, but they went ahead and glazed it with this mottled pink. Still fully functional. Okay, we got a fake chino, some lavender with celadon, I believe. Ooh, more Nikki's. Look at her. Look at these sweet hand-decorated cups. So these, look at that. The figures on them. Love it. Love. Okay, we got another one of the stamped underglaze. We got a lavender. This is a popular combo, the lavender and the salmon sea. We've got some jade pieces, bowl, container. Got, I think this person may have forgotten to do their second dip. Maybe they wanted just a half a dip in the celadon. And then we've also got a little lidded jar. Look at that sweet little, it was wheel-thrown as one piece. And then the lid was cut off. Okay, last layer to get to. Let me put these away. BRB. Trying to get out the cookies. Alright. Ooh! All the butter dishes. More shelf. Let's see what's on this bottom layer. Nina's butter dishes. The little sculpted items, the lemon and the pear. Look at that. Hand building. The casserole. Dishes. Look at those. Look at the set. Look at that. Is that fun? Oh, look at that. This student had never done clay, first timer hand built. This is a hand built, beautiful charcuterie. And then a little egg tray, another Nina, look at that, olive sculpted, butter dish lid. Okay, that's 2 empty kilns. Thanks for tuning in with me live. I'll say bye here on YouTube first. Thanks for tuning in YouTube. Catch y'all on the next one. And if you're on YouTube, go watch all my Throne with Molly episodes. Season 1 and Season 2 are out. I'm gearing up for Season 3. So